in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't go.
Still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Cousins on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. On to stop there defensively, Tyler Davison. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. And the Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins now. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Hey, ready. Check 51. 54. He don't know no better. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We're ready. 25. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get him go.
Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Brings up 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. To throw, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. We're scoreless after 1.
Check, watch the 54. Hey, Sam. Hey, watch the slant.
first down, it's Gurley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 35 on second down, Ryan. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the twist. Check the wait. Shit.
On the counter, Gurley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 18-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Catanzaro's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, who is this guy? He's special. And he said, dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field.
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Listen to me. 45.
Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Now a run with Cook. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They come out here in the I.
Mike, 45. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Kill, kill, kill. Gun. Switch.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. They've got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go!
On 2nd and a couple, Ryan. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing, Cousins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Ryan to the right side and complete to Hurst. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards that time. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 11-yard line.
Choose the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Good route here. I'm coming after you. Hey, high 7. Check mic 45. Check. Yellow, yellow, yellow. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Woo-hoo. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 45. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. I know, he's easy.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 45.
Now Cousins. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Ready, blue 80, white 25. Watch the screen. Pass.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, short throw underneath to Hurst. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Ready, get ready. Mike 54. Check.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Under 10, 10. Check.
Now a give, right side. Grant. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 50, check 50.
This is Grant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one 4th quarter comeback for the QB. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Following the interception, Cousins. forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Kill.
They'll run with Cook. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A toss to Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. It's caught. Smith. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They go play action. Cousins. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. To the air again, it's Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's them with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Again, it's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down Vikings. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.